I got that kind of.
It's crazy to think that the Universal Survival Arc was announced more than 5 months ago, where Toei has graciously provided us with so many promotional materials. This included the Universe 7 team, which was featured and emphasized greatly this arc. As a result, many Dragon Ball YouTubers, myself included, made video breakdowns talking about the Universe 7 team. I myself was pretty skeptical with the choices, and sought to explain what I believe may be the best team for Universe 7. However, I also said in that video that I will reserve further judgment until we see the team develop. And now, since the team is complete and fight time draws near, I will rank these fighters from weakest to strongest. However, I do need to say this, that I'm ranking these fighters based on the development we have seen so far, meaning I'm obviously not going to take into account what's going to happen in the tournament. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Although the weakest team member, Master Roshi is far from the character we once know in Dragon Ball Z. Ever since the movie Resurrection of F, the Muten Roshi cleaned up his act, got rid of his dirty magazines, probably not, and decided to be a martial artist once again. Of course, with the help of plot convenience and his secret unexplained training, Roshi became someone to be reckoned with. But to be fair, I really did enjoy the moment where he goes to Master Kuririn's tower and relives the days when he used to train as a fighter. That was really awesome character development. Also, I'm really hyped to see how he uses those new techniques, because it's obvious despite the lack of strength that Roshi possesses, he will make up with his experience and skill as a fighter. Okay, there's two sides to this. Some people are probably wondering why is Tien stronger than Roshi, and others are probably wondering why is he lower than Krillin. Well, to tackle the first one, losing to Roshi was due to hacks. Master Roshi was under the Tailsman spell, which as shown does boost your power, as evident with Tien's students blowing up and destroying buildings by simply running into them. Plus, it's obvious that Tien underestimated Roshi and got hit by the lightning flash surprise attack, which Roshi admits to himself that this move is perfect for knocking out opponents off the ring, so Tien obviously got caught off guard, and wasn't necessarily weaker, but perhaps not as experienced for some reason. So while Roshi appears to have the tactical advantage, Tien has the power advantage, and I'm ranking these characters based on strength. So why is Krillin stronger than Tien? Well, to be honest, I too have a hard time believing that myself. However, Dragon Ball Super, as we all know, is handling power scaling in a different direction that isn't so logical, to say the least. Because if you are someone who watched early Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, you will know that Tien is a much tougher fighter than Krillin. I mean, the way he held off Cell is a feat on its own. But despite that, in an interview with Toriyama years ago, he said that Krillin is the strongest human. Now, one could either argue that Toriyama forgot about Tien when making that statement, as Toriyama tends to forget things, or you could argue that Tien isn't technically a human according to the Daizenshu, but nowhere in the manga or show does it ever back this statement up, therefore we can't really use it. Furthermore, Toei Animation has been pushing Krillin as the strongest human in their episode description and storytelling. So while I logically believe that Tien should be the stronger character, Dragon Ball Super and Toriyama disagree with me, therefore Krillin is the stronger fighter in this tournament. 18 is the 7th strongest fighter on this team, but despite that, she could actually be much stronger had she trained the same way her brother 17 trained. Her potential is quite high. Number 6 has to go to my boy Piccolo. He earns this spot for training so hard and pushing Gohan back to the character we all once loved. Plus, I'm very hyped to see the combination that both Piccolo and Gohan will do, and what kind of role will Piccolo serve in this arc. Hopefully he doesn't die. Number 5 on this team is Gohan, which honestly at this point we don't know his full potential, but I'm ranking based on the fight he had with Goku. So if Gohan gets a new form in the tournament, then that will change his ranking on this list. Oh boy, I don't know what's with Toei Animation and their boner with Android 17, but this guy got so much stronger in Dragon Ball Super. This man has been grinding his ass, fighting off poachers and gaining all kinds of XP. His strength enabled him to fight with a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and although Goku didn't use his full power, Android 17 was also holding back. And I do realize Goku used more power fighting against Gohan, but that's because Gohan was asking for it, and got beat. So as for now, 17 appears to be stronger. However, I have full faith that the team captain Gohan will transcend him soon. Moving to the top 3 and the newest addition and recruit to this team, Frieza, who through mental training and concentration was able to perfect to his golden form and ascend to his true golden Frieza form. Now only if Super Saiyan 3 Goku concentrated when he was dead. No, but jokes aside, although Frieza survived the Hakai energy ball, you have to remember he was able to because he had intense mental training. Plus Goku was in his base form while Frieza was hit in his golden form, so those are two major differences. Plus Goku tied with him without using the Kaioken. The Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta, has a number 2 spot, because let's face it, although we really like Vegeta, Dragon Ball Super tends to favor the main character Goku, and while Vegeta did come out of the Room of Spirit in time, Goku still has the Kaioken and supposedly a limit-breaking form. So while I have complete faith that Vegeta is stronger than Frieza after training, I think Goku's stronger because he has the powers of the main character, which puts Goku as the number 1 fighter on this team. Now these characters are only ranked based on strength. The tournament is more than that. Skill and teamwork are heavily factored, so even though Goku is the strongest, he will need every last one of his teammates to assist him. Okay, so before anyone starts crying in the comments, my ranking is based on the narrative that Super has given us so far. If you disagree with me, then you are most likely disagreeing with the power scaling, which to that, I actually agree with you. But if you watch my initial breakdown for this team, then you'd realize I have a very different tale to tell. But I digress, and I like to remind you that this ranking could and most likely will change. If you want to see my ranking to this team 5 months ago, then here it is. That was my personal top 10. So having said that, I hope you enjoyed my perspective, but before I end this video, I'd like to personally thank Seth the Programmer for seconding my opinion on Twitter. Also, a huge thanks to Mo Al Turki for creating the thumbnail. His YouTube and Twitter channel will be in the description down below. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video without getting butthurt, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys at the tournament. Peace.